And it didn't matter if that event was happening in my part of the world, I would just be so affected by the news. I then decided, hey, I'm gonna not watch the news anymore. So I did that. Fast forward many years later, I'm in my relationship, we're going well, and I would watch series often. Generally, I'm attracted to positive things, but I think I started watching this show on Netflix called Desperate Housewives, and I my mom always used to watch Lifetime with us, so it was I think it used to be aired on Lifetime, and I never really got to watch the full thing because when it was playing, I was a bit younger, so I wasn't allowed to watch it. But I would always hear about it, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch this now. And then I'm watching it, and then I'm into episode 3, and I realized it starts first with my dreams. I would literally go to bed and start dreaming of me as the role of one of the actors or actresses in the. I would be a guy or a girl in my dream, by the way, in my dreams. So I would be living one of the roles of the actors or actresses in that. And I would wake up sweaty and afraid and crying sometimes, panicked, you know, and it started affecting my real life. I would find myself just upset at my boyfriend for no reason. And he jokingly said to me, I don't know if he was serious, but he said, you need to stop watching that show. You're starting to get very emotional or very easily agitated. And he said it, and I didn't really, in that moment, give a response. Uh, However, when I was alone, I realized that I was thinking about the show a lot throughout the course of the day, even if I wasn't watching it, even if I was not even in my house, I would be out, and I would take on the energy or the I don't know how to describe it, but I would literally be reacting how someone in that show would be reacting. And that to me was just, why? You know? My life was nothing like that. Anyway, I decided, all right, I'm just gonna I'm gonna stop watching it altogether. And I did. And I decided to start watching shows that were to me about nothing. And I say nothing because it's like no murders or just a normal, and I'll give you an example, just normal shows with no major issues. I liked Modern Family. I could watch Friends over and over and over again. I love Seinfeld because it's literally about everyday life, nothing too serious, just chill. And I also could watch shows like Sex in the City. There wasn't any like crimes or anything. It was more on the romantic side. So yeah, so that is what helped me to decide, hey, I'm going to be careful what I feed my mind because it is important. So in addition to that, you need to also think of your other senses as well. As with color, which is feeding your visual sense and that of other people too. You could pay attention to the music that you listen to. The music that you listen to, is it sad? In fact, when you start doing that, I'm a creative, so I'm a musician full time. That's my job. I perform, I'm a vocalist. And one of the things that this is affecting for me prior to this whole spiritual journey or me taking it seriously, because it's always a spiritual journey, it's always going to be one, it's always been one, but prior to me being more aware of it and how I wanted it to go, I was writing songs about things. I wrote a full album when I was about 17, and it was all about experiences that I'd never had, like about relationships, and it was about relationships that I noticed growing up. I was, just writing about things that I knew nothing about, and if you listen to the songs, you think that I have lived those things, and I really have not. And now I cannot listen to that. I cannot listen to any of those songs. I they irritate me. Even when I'm singing songs on stage, performing songs on stage lately, I've weeded out the songs that don't resonate, the songs that don't make people feel happy. Sometimes we perform at the hotel so cute hair, so sometimes the guests would like suggest a song. Like I remember when I love Adele, I love her vocal abilities. I love singers. I could listen to anybody sing anytime. But the lyrics, I love the voices, I love the runs, I love the tones, I love the notes and everything. But the lyrics suddenly do not. I have never sang Hello by Adele or any sad songs. Like whenever someone requests them, I just pretend I don't know them, and I know them, but I just feel like I've heard them. Really, I may not know the lyrics, but I've heard them. I know what they are. But I just feel like it doesn't represent who I am. And on stage as an artist, I feel like I should be sharing me, my authentic self, with you through music that resonates with me. So songs like Jack Johnson's Better Together, or what else? Don't Worry, Be Happy by Bobby McFerrin. These songs make me super, super happy, you know? So these are the songs that I enjoy performing. I I think that it's so important that we're mindful of what we feed our senses along the spiritual journey, and it is going to be difficult, to be honest, because some of us, although we still can relate to those things, but when you're actively choosing to focus on positivity to manifest more positivity, because that's how it works. Whatever your focus is what you're going to manifest. When you're focused on that, then certain things are not appealing to you anymore. Things like alcohol. I cannot, I can't. I won't say that I won't have a glass of wine, but to become wasted, I no longer, I remember my first time being drunk. I was about 14 and I was going on taste. I knew nothing about alcohol, and I just went, and everything that was milky, like uh, Baileys and those things, I just drank all because they just tasted so good, and I thought I was wishing to ascend, to die. That's how bad it felt. And I remember just wishing, like seeing the room spinning, and you're laying there and you don't know which direction, and you're like, should I lie down? Lying down is terrible. Should I go upside down? It's terrible. Like nothing is comfortable. So that was another learning moment for me. But I still hadn't stopped. I was drinking. I still would drink when I went out because I felt like it was what you do when you go out. You drink. And now on my spiritual journey, it doesn't feel good for me when I'm tipsy or when I'm drunk. It doesn't feel good. I don't want to feel that feeling. And even more so, what helps me to not want to do it is the after feeling. So like when you that the hangover, when you wake up the next day, and you plan your day, you plan your following day on the day, but then you go, you drink. So now when the next day comes, all those plans go to waste because now you're not physically able or energetically able to fulfill the task that you had set for yourself in advance. And I have OCD, so that does not sit right with me. I like to plan and set goals and achieve them and feel good about it after, and that was not happening for me if I drank. So I just like feeling good, and your senses will tell you what feels good to you, what is serving you. Feeling good is serving yourself, serving your purpose, serving your existence, your being, loving yourself. Your senses are tools that allow you to love yourself. So listen to them. If it doesn't feel good, if it doesn't have a positive impact on you, then you have to let it go. I had to let go of Desperate Housewives, and I don't even know why I liked it in the first place. The songs that I sing, I used to sing this song. I want to remember this song, and I remember singing it, and then thereafter saying to the guests that were listening, I said, please don't listen to that song. You could do it. Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls by TLC. Love that song. Love the vibe. I sometimes still do it because sometimes I want to rap, but I'm sure to say after to the guests, please go chasing waterfalls. You should not be limited in your existence here. I say, and I tell them, I said, as you grow, I share those things on stage. I'm like, as you grow with, spiritually, you become more aware of stuff, and then you know that there is every single thing that you do, from your thought to your action to your word, it is powerful. So you're manifesting through your senses, and even more so through your words. So when I sing don't go chasing waterfalls, please stick to the rivers that you're used to. It sounds so self-limiting to me now. I'm not sure how the writers meant it or the singers interpreted it, but to me it sounds so limiting, so it doesn't resonate with me anymore. But I know that as an entertainer, you have to sing it. So I'm just sure to say after, do not limit yourself, please. I love that song. I love rapping. I love singing. But right now, I want you to know that it was just the music was the happy bit. You know, the music gets you moving, but the words didn't, doesn't align with the music to me. It might to someone else, but to me it doesn't. So I always tell them, do not, please do not go chasing waterfalls, okay? Go chasing waterfalls, okay? So yeah, this is your random tip. Be careful and mindful and aware of what you feed your senses, because that is your tool to serve you. That is your compass. That is how you can tell if you're serving yourself, if you're in alignment with the divine, if you're in alignment with spirit, if you feel good, okay? That's about it. I hope that you can find place to implement this, and if you can't, then I hope it's because you're already there. You're already there. You're already feeding yourself entirely positive things, and you're right on track. So that's it for random advice. Do enjoy the rest of your Saturday. It's the weekend. Okay. My name is Finesse. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for helping me embrace expansion. Please feel free to comment, like, share.